I think we did start. Hey, Night of Fam, how you doing today? Are you counting the days? Because you and I both know we have got a little over a week. You know, it's like Christmas. It really is. For the 49er freak like you and me, and especially DeVon, we count days down like it is about to be Christmas. We know, we have to be careful though. Don't start comparing the birth of Jesus Christ to football. Some people will get mad about that. DeVon, DeVon, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, just ready to sit here and get this thing started, man. What's going on with you? Getting to talk about these 49ers.
I tell you, listen, DeVon is in the Dallas area. DeVon, what is going on with folks in Texas? I mean, they must be really, are they concerned with their future? Anything like that? We can talk about that later, but I'm just immediate reaction on that one.
Well, you know, I live in Frisco where the Cowboys headquarters at, and they just let loose of Dez Bryant. So they all in an uproar down here, so I'm happy for them. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. If the Cowboys are uncomfortable, I'm extremely comfortable.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
All right, so Dad's going to give us this mock draft today. And, of course, as you know, fam, we will listen and appreciate. And if you have any questions, remember, it's hashtag Q. And get them. As soon as you got a question, get it in there right away. Hashtag Q. The question, I'll spot it real quickly, or we will spot it real quickly, and we'll get it up and we'll ask DeVon at the end of his presentation. All right? DeVon, I do believe one other thing. Go to the Ronbo Sports app anytime you want, and you can vote for DeVon, how you feel about his presentation today, the people he picked out, and all those good things. How do you like his shirt and hat and all that stuff? Think he's just a handsome guy. You can't stand it. You got to put that thumbs up. Yeah. All right, DeVon. Baby. DeVon, we are ready.
All right. With the first round pick, number 9 pick, the 49ers pick defensive lineman Tremaine Edwards, 6'5", 250 pounds, 34-inch long arms, run a 4.5 40. Yeah, that's size, speed, big hands, long arms. That means he can reach out and grab you. The best thing about him, he's only 19 years old. He hasn't even turned 20 yet. So when he gets drafted, he's still considered a teenager. So he's going to grow into that body. He's going to get bigger, better, stronger, faster, which Salah, as the defensive coordinator, he's going to be all right. You know, he got 213 career tackles, 10 sacks as a junior. This guy's coming out of college as a junior. See, we get a new baby. This is a brand new baby here. We're going to be able to play inside, outside. He play wherever you need him to play. He's awesome. First team out.
And DeVon, the good thing is he can't get into bars. He can't drink.
There it is. That's half what we got right now. The young man is a beast. I promise you. In a 49er uniform, he'd look real nice.
And in 2 years, I just think about how big is he going to be when he starts getting that grown man body. When he's 21, 22, good Lord.
Still going to be young, fast. Yes. Wow. And with his size and his length of them arms, that's going to be able to cover that sideline to sideline with no problem.
I just wonder, will he still be a linebacker when he gets bigger? Because as I say, what if Tremaine continues growing one more half an inch or so? That makes him 6'5", about 275. That is the ideal OLB or DE. But, you know, he's probably Tremaine. Hey, man, I'm fast, man. I don't need to be out there. I can patrol back here.
Right, but I say put him on that right side and treat him like we did Lawrence Taylor back in the day. Have him shoot. Kind of like old Smith was when he was before he got into trouble and left the 49ers. We can put him on the end and apply pressure to the quarterback. That's what I think he's going to bring to the game is the pressure to the quarterback.
Ooh, with that kind of speed. My God.
Yeah. And I would like him to come in as a DN because I got somebody else I want to put in the middle.
Yeah? Oh, go ahead. Continue.
All right. In the second round with the number 59 pick, we picked guard, University of Nevada, Austin Corbett. 6'4", 305. Now he plays tackle right now, but with his size and his mobility, he could play guard or tackle. So he could be a backup. He could strengthen it, maybe even become a starter. You just got to figure out. We got to somehow get that cohesiveness on that offensive line that we need to where we have a nice rotation. If there's any injuries, we got a nice solid team, and I think he'll help solidify that offensive line with his size, mobility to block. It's a big boy. We need a new guard.
Yeah, I agree. And that would, it sounds like he could make Badel say goodbye.
Yeah, yes, and that's what we need to replace some of them guys that was like Swiss cheese, that's running straight through our whole line.
Turn gates, yeah. Turnstiles, exactly.
Right. All right. With the third round, with the number 70 pick, I picked middle linebacker Malik Jefferson, University of Texas, 6'3", 236, 4'5" in the 40. This dude did 27 reps at 227 pounds. He is a beast. This is guys going to closely remind you of Reuben. His ability to attack the ball, his ability to tackle. He is on that Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. You know, 110 tackles, 79 solo, 10 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. The dude is all world. He was the number 1 linebacker coming out of high school when he went to the University of Texas. You're talking about the whole United States. California, Florida, Texas, number 1 linebacker coming out of high school. He has a potential of being great. And I put him in the middle, put Tremaine on the end. We going to solidify that defense with Sherman and everybody else in the back. What else we going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Sounds like because that potential is probably going to continue to soar.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yes. All right. Let's keep it moving. In the fourth pick in the third round, number 74 pick, I picked the guy that I want the most on this out of this whole draft. I just get one person right. I want Shaquem Griffin, University of Central Florida.
Yeah.
6'1", 227, 438, 40. This is the one I want the most because he brings the intangibles, the positive, the energy that he brings. He's a great tackler. Even with one hand, he still got an interception. How many guys we got on our team ain't got an interception? Come on, man.
There you go.
59 tackles. 17 tackles, 30 tackles for loss, 17 sacks. Come on, man. This guy's all world. 2-time first team All ACC. Come on, man. This is what we need right here.
And speed. Ridiculous speed.
And he's playing. He's a man that's playing with a mission because he has to prove something. He got a chip on his shoulder. The energy he'll bring to that locker room will help solidify that locker room, and they'll all become one because they'll want to prove everybody wrong like he does. He'll lead by.
And DeVon, can you imagine? I'm in the locker room, and whether players go say anything or not, if I look over and see this man has a handicap, and he's kicking my ass in practice every day.
Yes,
DeVon, I can't have that.
Motivate you. Yeah, that's to motivate you to do more.
Even if it's something that the players should not consider, but you still will in the back of your head. He's kicking my ass, and I have an advantage. So I would believe that if I was a player, I would think I had that, but you really don't because he covers that advantage real quick. With that speed, his instincts, a lot of it is natural what he does. And
you can bring him in on special plays, special teams. This guy's going to be great in practice. They can come up with schemes to get this guy on the field. That he can cover with that 4.3 speed. He can cover the slot. He can play corner. He can play safety. And just his pure energy is going to get him on the field. I just know this guy, whatever team gets him, is going to get a great player. I just got a funny feeling about Shaquem Griffin.
And DeVon, you know something? Does Shaquem look like he can lose a little weight? This is what kills me about him. He moves at that speed, and he looks just a little bit overweight. So I said, if you slimmed him down about
227. Yeah, I bet if he knocked down like 217, 215, he'll probably be a little bit more faster. And he still ran a 4.340 at the combine.
Oh, a little bit faster.
Yeah. Hey, and just imagine, this dude, them created some special device, got them 20 reps with that one arm. Come on, man. There's a lot of dudes went to that draft, didn't even pick up 20 times. I got an offensive tackle down there in Norman, the first team All-American. Might not even get drafted now because he couldn't do but 14 reps as a tackle.
It's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. All right. With the fourth round, with the 128th pick, I picked wide receiver Marcel Aikman, Oklahoma State University, 6'4", 220 pounds, run a 4.6 40. He's the
Hey.
big wide receiver we need.
Yeah.
He had 59 catches for 1,156 yards, second team All Big 12. Aikman is a bigger Anquan Bolden to me. He's kind of like that. He's not going to be the fastest, but he's going to catch the ball when it comes his way. He gets up in the air for a ball, and we need a large wide receiver that can help out with all of the speed that we have. It's not like we need a lot of wide receivers. I think the wide receiver core we got right now is pretty good, but
Yeah.
that big man is what we're missing. The one that can go up and do that mouse where he can mouse somebody over in the corner. And this guy.
And DeVon, has he got those kind of Anquan Bolden hands? I mean,
Yes.
if anybody went toward
Everything
Anquan, he
that
had
comes
it,
his
right?
way. Yeah.
All right.
Most definitely. All right. In the 5th round, with the 143 pick, I picked defensive lineman Deshaun Hand, Alabama, 6'4", 288, 21 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. He'll be a great rotation whenever Solomon Thomas or Buckner need a break. This guy's going to come in and keep that pressure on. Being from Alabama, he's used to being rotated. That's why his numbers aren't so big, because he had so many great players around him. He's used to being just another guy, and that's what we need, another guy to step in that we don't lose nothing with him. We might even gain because he'll be fresh.
True. There you go. And you're right. That's what Salah likes to do. Keep them bodies fresh and angry, and get them out there. And yeah, if they want to make a name for themselves today, then here's your chance. So,
Right.
yeah.
All right. In the 6th round, with the 184 pick, I picked safety Quinn Blanding, Virginia University. He's 6'2", 210 pounds, run a 4.6 40. This guy is a tackling machine. He has the size and the speed that they're looking for. This the kind of guy that they got on the team. They're looking for that 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", kind of long. Hey, look at him. He got 10 career INTs, 17 pass breakups, 137 tackles, 4 INTs as a senior. I mean, this is senior year. So I think this guy's going to be a great addition, great for special teams. Bring him in on special plays. If anybody get injured, this guy will step in because he's a ball hawk. Yeah. And that's what we need, the ball hawk back there in the back, to go along with the ones we already got. I mean,
agreed.
If anything, getting picked so late in the round, he'll be a practice squad guy we can bring up just in case of any injuries.
Yeah. Oh, look at Adrian Colbert. He came in, that's what they were thinking. We're going to make him into, we'll use him on special teams. Now look at AD. Our AD's looking like the hardest hammer we got in the backfield. I mean, in the secondary. So, that's the way it works.
All right. With the 7th round pick number 223, I picked Julian Taylor, defensive tackle, 6'5", 280 pounds, 48 tackles. His senior year, 10 career tackles for loss. We're using him mainly protect. I think he'll be a special team guy only, practice squad guy only. When you get into this 7th round, you're just trying to fill in spots to where if anything break down, any kind of injuries pop up, we got him as a backup guy. He's not really, maybe he might make the team. There's a good chance, but I'm picking guys that we can have deep down on the end of the bench that got great length, size, mobility, and he has great hands. And he's good on that D line of moving that offensive lineman and getting back to the quarterback. And that's what I saw in all of those videos. This guy's going to be a great addition if they was to go with somebody like him.
All right. Sounds like a hard hustler dude. All right, tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's we're gonna get that stuff on the screen. Remember your questions. Remember hashtag Q. Question goes up, and of course we'll get that to DeVon. Right? And DeVon, you got one more pick.
Yep, I'm ready. With the 7th round, the 240th pick, I picked running back Kyle Hicks, TCU University, 5'10", 204 pounds, 4.5 40. He shared time down at TCU. He had 5.1 average. And per carry, he had over 1,000 yards carrying, rushing, 12 TDs. Then he had 47 catches for 417 yards with 2 TDs. So he is exactly what they're looking for as far as a running back that can catch the ball out the backfield. He's a shifty guy, kind of like what they got with McKinnon and Breda. He is that same mold that Kyle Shanahan type running back.
Yeah.
Shifty, fast, catch the ball out the backfield, make the first man miss. This guy is legit. He's going to make sure if Williams ain't coming back, this guy can come in and take Williams' spot. No!
DeVon, you're not worried. You're not insinuating that Joe's not ready this year, are you?
Well, I don't know what's going on with Joe. I sure hope him well, wish him well, but we need him to play more than we need him wherever else he's at.
I forgot. It's really funny.
Like, what have you done for me lately? You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, and it's funny you mentioned him. I keep forgetting about Joe Williams. Joe Williams makes it easy for you to forget about him after last year's mess up. Come on, Joe.
And all the players that I'm picking in this draft, it's more like what Kyle Shanahan's prototype. What they're looking for in a defensive lineman, what they're looking for in a linebacker, what they're looking for in a safety, the wide receiver. They looking for that big man because they got all the speed they want at wide receiver. They got 5-6 guys. I know it's going to be well with Jimmy G. And this Marcel Aikman guy, the quarterback he got down here at Oklahoma State, this guy is great running routes, deep routes, across the middle. He can move the sticks. He has a side to take the hit and the height to where he can jump up and go get it. This is what they're looking for in San Francisco as far as what I'm concerned. I don't know everything, but they've been doing.
I just realized he's from Oklahoma State. That was Baker Mayfield throwing to him, wasn't it?
No. It was that's OU. Oklahoma State had that other boy. What is it? The other quarterback, and he's coming out also. Yeah.
Wait, hey, when you say other quarterback, that's not where Falk is from, is it?
No. Marshall Falk is from San Diego State.
No, I mean the quarterback.
No. What is that guy's name from Oklahoma State? He's being drafted too. He's probably going the 3rd or 4th round, the quarterback for Oklahoma State.
Oh, so he's pretty good then. All right.
Oh, he's real good, dude. That dude is real good.
All right. Because college football, I once you get to the past Team 1000, I'm starting, oh, my God, there's a lot of guys there. Man.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna go over your picks. Hold tight there, DeVon. First round pick, the number 9th overall pick of the 2018 NFL Draft. Tremaine Edmonds from Virginia Tech, linebacker extraordinaire. And the second round pick at number 59, that's Austin Corbett, guard from Nevada. Fits Kyle Shanahan's mode. He's kind of a light, athletic dude, and you know Kyle wants to run that zone stretch. This is the kind of guys he's going to be looking for. Third round pick, number 70, Malik Jefferson, outside linebacker, but he will be welcome to get on that Sam to kick some booty. He's from Texas. And the third round pick, 74th pick, Shaquem Griffin.
That's my man right there.
Oh, I tell you. We've seen him in action. You've seen his highlights. Forget about the handicap. In fact, the handicap may be one of the reasons why he is so good. Shaquem Griffin, he will add to any team he gets on to. DeVon's picked him today. He's out of Central Florida. Fourth round pick at 128, Marcel Aikman, wide receiver. And we're talking about a big, big man. A target Jimmy G can see from a mile away. You think about this for a moment. If Jimmy G can hit those little quick guys like he does, I mean, almost in stride, imagine what he might do with Aikman. I've grown over. I've moved over to this.
Great hands for that size, 6'4".
And if he's got good hands. Jimmy G's made everybody look like they got good hands, so that means Aikman will look even better. He's out of Oklahoma State. Fifth round pick at 143, Deshaun Hand, defensive end. He's out of Alabama, and you know what kind of products they raise in Bama.
See, he's used to playing in big games. He's not gonna be nervous when he walk out there, 70, 80,000 people in the stands. He's used to seeing that, so he's gonna be ready for these big games.
And he ain't gonna be afraid of a bunch of other guys who are running around the field trying to keep him from getting a job. That's one of the other things about Bama products.
Right.
And let's go to a 6th-round pick at 184. Quinn Blanding. He's a safety out of Virginia. 7th-round pick or second. What do you say? What do you say, DeVon?
He's the
About
man
Quinn?
is a tackling machine.
Well, I like that because how many years did we watch Trent Baalke's teams? How many times did we watch the games and where did these guys learn how to tackle? I mean, every game, where did these guys learn how to tackle?
With a 6'2" frame, just like the defensive coordinator like him. You know what I mean?
I do. 7th-round pick at 223. His name is Julian Taylor, defensive tackle, Temple University.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. And for that final 7th-round pick, 240th overall pick of the 2018 draft, it's Kyle Hicks, running back, TCU. Just like Kyle likes him. Quick, shifty, fast, that breakaway speed that will not be caught from behind. Hey, DeVon, is he in great hands? I mean, can he catch out of the backfield?
Catched out the backfield. Got 47 catches for 417 yards, 2 touchdowns. This young man can do it all. And he shared time. The starting running back got more yards than he do. But just think he was sharing time and got over 1,000 yards rushing. So that the young man can play ball.
See, and that seems to be the system nowadays. The pros the same way. Most people got a dual running back system. It's just like in Georgia when you had the dual running Sonny Michael and Bradley, not Bradley Chubb, but Nick Chubb, right?
Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. See, I got it fresh and clear up close. I'm from Oklahoma, and we played them in the game. And when Sony Michel hit that hole, he took it straight to the house. Nick Chubb was more of an inside back, but I'm talking 60, 70-yard touchdowns. But, hey, I really wish we had a running back like that size, but I don't think they're going to be there when we go to field. I think they're going to be gone.
Yeah, you know what? Both Michael and Chubb could actually go at the bottom of the first round or early in the second for sure. Because that's just this draft is just ridiculously loaded with running backs. Look at Geis. You look at some of those other big guys like Belange. I look at some of the guys. I said, you know what? This Kyle can wait to round 2 easily. If he's round 3, there'll still be some quality running backs.
Some solid running backs still left 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I'm telling you, I got this guy going in the 7th, but this guy fits their prototype. Catch the ball out the backfield, run, shifty. But there's a ton of guys out there that they could pick earlier than this guy. So I went mainly with the positions I think they need. They're going to need another running back. Yeah. I'm not sure about injuries. You just never know.
Yeah. And DeVon, like you say, we don't know if Joe Williams. And this is the funny thing about it. Joe needs to know the competition of running backs this year is absurd. So if he comes in, he can't hold on to the ball, Kyle will excuse him immediately because Kyle lost face last year, picking him up in the draft. Because remember, he went after John Lynch. I got to have this kid. Lynch said, Kyle, I don't know. Come on, John, I got to trust me on this. Can you imagine? Yeah. He did say that, right?
Yep. And that's why we need to find out. See, there's a couple of players on this team. We need to find out where they're at. That's why I went with D-line, linebackers, maybe a safety, a cornerback issue. We need to find out what that defense is going to do. If we can stop somebody, I know Garoppolo going to score some touchdowns, but we have to stop him first. I figure a strong defense will make it easier for our offense. The last thing I need to do is go see another 41-44 game like I did with the Rams last year. I don't need us giving up 40 points. Period.
I hate that. And I've been saying the same thing. I said, you know what? Some people are saying, we're going to draft all offense. No, we don't. I don't want to get into shootouts every week. No, we can score points. Somebody's going to stop G.
There's some wide receivers that could have won that 1st or 2nd round, but I win with a wide receiver I've seen in person. If you pull up the YouTube video on Marcel Aikman, you'll be saying, wow, God, this guy really did check it out. No, this guy fits what we're looking for. He's great in our whole scheme. The whole scheme is to have that big man wide receiver. That's Shanahan's way of doing it. He got everything else but the big man. This is the guy.
Could be, because I saw his name mentioned a couple of months ago. And yeah, although I often wonder when the 49ers reveal their hand like that. Remember last year how Deshaun Kaiser, Lynch had him taking him out to dinner. He's over in the sidelines talking to his mom. What was Deshaun like when he was a kid? I really think he's, and Lynch is like the worst PR guy. I mean, he's just evil, right? And there was no ever consideration of pulling Deshaun in that draft. So I want to see what they do because the signals aren't that big this year like last year, but we'll see.
So do you think by any chance that your boy will pull another one of those, give up that 9th pick for 2 number 2s or something like that? We switch with somebody like I've been seeing on there, Buffalo, or somebody comes in and wants that number 9th pick. They're going to give us their number 1 pick and give us 2 number 2s so we get additional picks.
I can imagine that, but DeVon, what I don't imagine is if a team has 2 don't you go up higher than number 9? I keep thinking if John finds a draft partner, a trade partner, who's it going to be? I can't imagine that.
Well, see, this is the way I'm looking at it. You got 8 picks in front of us. I think 4 of them are going to be quarterbacks, and then you throw in Chubb, the defensive lineman, the running back from Penn State, and then you throw in the guard from Notre Dame or whatever. There's 7 guys right there.
Right.
Six left.
So Chubb, Saquon, and Nelson. Yep. There's 3 picks in the game. You think they're going to go first, right?
4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It might even be 5 quarterbacks. So if you're doing the math like that, that's going to open it up. We're going to have to pick between so many players at number 9. Somebody might want to jump up and trade with us.
And here's the thing, DeVon. Lamar Jackson could be next year's Deshaun Watson.
I really and truly think they're giving that boy a bad deal because the fact of the matter is the young man was a Heisman Trophy winner and a Heisman Trophy finalist. And he played against Clemson on a regular basis. That Houston got a defensive line that's out of this world, and he scored on everybody, passing and running. I'm glad that he ain't running talking about wide receiver. This young man is going to be able to play quarterback in this league, and he's going to surprise some people. Just like that Watson boy down in Houston. They didn't think he was going to be able to do it. I think for sure if this boy goes to the right team, I promise you, he better not go to New England. As much as I hate New England.
I was getting ready to tell you. He's going to either New England or he's going to Arizona. All right?
If he goes to somewhere where they can coach him up, let him sit a year, put a little meat on his bones, let him eat some of these good steaks that these boys is eating in all these football camps or whatever they got going on. And they need to beef him up a little bit and get him in that locker room to where he'd be the leader that he is. I think that young man can play with anybody.
Tell you, we got some folks who want to ask you some questions, DeVon. Here we come. It's Stephen Heinhold. Why not take Smith at 9 instead of taking the guy who you hope can be Smith?
Size. Didn't Smith have an issue with tackling people? They said he had to hold him up until somebody comes and get him. Well, I don't see that young man that's 19.
That worries me too.
Like I say, I have nothing to give Smith because Oklahoma played Georgia, and in the second half, he shut us down. That whole third quarter, we was 3 and out. So the young man can play. He is the truth. Roquan Smith is everything they say he is, except for his size. I don't think he has enough behind. Y'all know what I really want to say to really play that many times for a long time. Yeah, I'm going to be nice on this Ronbo show, but y'all know what I want.
Hey, Roquan goes, about 220, 225?
Yeah, but ain't he like 6 foot, 6'1"? He's a little shorter. This young man is 6'50".
He's not tall. I worry about his size, too. I think the NFL...
Is he legit 6'1", or are they saying he's 6'1"? Is he really 5'11" and a half?
DeVon, you know how that goes. They do it in every sport, in high school and college and up. They give you an inch. They give you 5 or 6 pounds to put that on the. And when you read the program, you go, whoa.
And then look further down. On my 3rd pick in the 3rd round, I picked Malik Jefferson. He's bigger and he weighs more and he runs just as fast and he can do everything Roquan Smith do. And he played for Texas. Malik Jefferson is a beast. Pull him up. His only issue is in pass defense. He's a little weak in pass defense. But as far as running defense, going to the ball, sideline to sideline, he is a missile. He runs straight to it. He is our Roquan Smith. So
Yeah.
I'll get Tremaine Edmonds and Roquan and Malik Jefferson with a bigger body.
Yeah. Now, and Roquan is supposed to be excellent in coverage. But let's get a next question here.
Yeah,
It must be Jeppe Pines. It's PLGAARD. I said, what about drafting a wide receiver in the first round? I'm thinking Ridley.
Yeah. Well, look at this. I'm looking at Ridley, and I'm looking at these other wide receivers. That Sutton dude out of SMU that's in town where I'm at. Those guys are a coin flip. You just never know what you're getting with a first round wide receiver. You don't see a whole lot of them being successful in the league, and I don't need Jimmy G messing around with our first round pick. And if he's a flop, I'm not 100% sold on Ridley after watching the boy in Oakland drop the ball every time. He has just as many drops as he has catches over there in Oakland.
That's
great wide receiver. All the speed in the world, but you got to catch the ball. I just don't. And Alabama ain't a great passing team, so I'm not sure if this guy's going to be what we need. He has all the speed, he has all the intangibles. I would use really more of a kickoff returner and a punt returner along with the wide receiver. I just don't see him being our first round pick. Like I said, is he? Don't we already have that on our team already? His size, his speed. We already got them. 4 or 5 of those, don't we?
Yeah, I think he's 6'1", and also Calvin's not as fast as the guys we got on the team already. He runs nice routes, though. Yeah.
There you go. See, and I still want to get Bourne and them other guys a chance to see what they can do. I actually think them guys are going to be all right. Now that we got Jimmy G. Jimmy G changes everything. It's a game changer to me.
That's true. And also, and also our needs. Do we need that more than we need a middle linebacker? Do we need that more than we need an edge rusher? Yeah, you got to prioritize things. So and if a wide receiver be your first pick,
right. If they did go with Roquan Smith, like the guy was saying earlier, I wouldn't have no problem with it because with the team around him, maybe we can make up for that that deficiency I seen. And the only reason why I picked the other guys, he was younger, bigger, stronger, and faster. That's the only thing. That's the reason why I picked him.
There you go. And Terran Lewis, last week's GM, wants to know, did you draft Tremaine Edmonds to play defensive end for us, or do you think we need 3 linebackers that bad?
I think we're having issues with all the injuries that we have with the old guys at linebacker, with the issue with Reuben Foster, and all of that stuff that came up with Reuben changed my whole draft. I want to put Tremaine Edmonds as a D lineman, a D end. I put Malik Jefferson as the middle linebacker, and then Shaquem Griffin could come in as that in between guy, that linebacker, somewhere in there, like the way they was doing Reed last year. That's the way I picked Shaquem Griffin to come in like that Reed, that extra man up to secure the tackle. That's why I wanted a lot of linebackers, because I think our linebacker core is going to have a lot of issues. A lot of them guys are older, injuries, and then I just don't know what's going to happen to Reuben. As bad as I don't want the woman to be beat, I don't want him going either. So I'm one of them ones. I don't like what he done. I don't like the accusations. I don't like none of it. So I'm covering my behind as far as getting guys in here that can do what he does. And that's what I got. That's why I wanted Shaquem Griffin so bad, because he gives you that same attitude that Reuben gives you. He had the guys laughing on the sidelines. They were dancing. They were in the groove. They were playing hard, running to the ball. Reuben brings that let's get together, this brotherhood. And then you got old man Sherman to come in, the veteran to lead them. And then you bring in these young guys like that, they'll follow suit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
All right. Let's and the notorious Lee. Why so many linebackers? The first four picks. Griffin won't go till the 4th. And I guess you pretty much just addressed that too.
Yeah.
He just pretty much explained why we're going after linebackers.
Yeah.
Steve,
I went defense heavy. Reason why I went defense heavy is because we were giving up so many points. How many times when we went to Philadelphia and y'all watched us play in the rain, how much did we give up? It was like they could score when they wanted to.
Yeah.
So our defense has a lot of issues. I don't know why we went around here acting like we don't. We never had any pressure on the quarterback.
Oh,
So with Tremaine Edmonds brings pressure on the end, that frees up Solomon Thomas and your boy D-Buck. And that's what I'm trying to do. And then you got Malik Jefferson. If they get past D-Buck and everybody else, Malik Jefferson is known for tackling. That's why I wanted him. And everybody knows about Shaquem Griffin. Shaquem Griffin making more tackles with one hand than half these guys in the NFL.
yeah,
Like I
I
said,
feel you
that's
on
why I
that.
wanted more linebackers. I want to stop them. I don't want to. I'm tired of us giving up 30, 40 points a game, and we sitting up here complaining about the defense again and again. No, it's time to get some stopping going on.
Yeah, yeah, because you know what? It's very clear. And poor DeForest Buckner is not getting the amount of sacks he could, mainly
No.
because the quarterback he can drop back. There's no pressure coming off the edge. He doesn't have to step up in the pocket. He can just move back because our guy's out there battling with the offensive guard. He's trying to get around him. Defoe's trying to get there, and like DeForest Buckner always says, I'm tired of just barely missing. Now,
right. And by bringing in these linebackers that I'm talking about, maybe that gives him that 1 second more that he needs to get to the quarterback because they start making tackles early or we getting pressure on the end from Tremaine. But you got to look at the agency. We went and got a center. We went and got that Cooper guard from down here in Texas that dominated us when the Cowboys ran. Y'all don't know Zeke Elliott ran right behind that Cooper dude. He is going to be that guard that's solidified. So all we need is another guard.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked a guard in the second round.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say our offense is going to be all right. Our defense is our weak link. Come on, man. Let's get real.
I've been telling people about Jonathan Cooper. I agree, man. Jonathan Cooper's only knock is he can't stay healthy. If he stays healthy, if we get 16 games out of Jonathan Cooper, oh my Lord, are we gonna be all right?
And our running game is going to get better with Cooper and the guy we got at center. And then so that means we only got one spot, but 4 guys to fight for.
Yeah.
Barring any injuries, we should have a solid old line, which means with Jimmy G getting the ball off quick with the running game, they're catching the ball out the backfield, they're running, and these speedy wide receivers we got.
Yes. And now the defense is. Now you're right. The defense is then helpless. Because if Kyle gets his run game going, they will shred. Rams can get some more guys. It won't help. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Steven says we took Thomas. We took a Thomas last year and played him out of position.
Yep.
So why not draft a guy this year in the first who is going to play the same thing that he played in college?
Well,
Solomon T. That was an experiment, though.
Yeah, Tremaine Edmonds played middle linebacker and DN. He didn't just play one spot. They moved him around because he was their defense. And I think this young man we'll put him in one spot on that right end and have him just rush the quarterback next to Solomon, next to D-Buck. Hey, I don't see nothing wrong. I kind of like that idea.
You're right. And they are going to take a look at him in both places, though. And right, Solomon Thomas, I think they finally figured it out. He needs to play inside. But
I think that's where he's going to be his strongest because he'll be able to take on a man, maybe 2 men, and that's going to give that one-on-one out there for D-Buck will be one-on-one, this other guy be one-on-one, whoever this is, even if it's Tremaine or whoever, and we apply pressure. And now we got actual cornerbacks that they're going in the second year in the system, and you're bringing in Sherman. We actually going to have some coverage back there, so they might be give them an extra second where they can get a sack now. I think D-Buck was a step away too many times.
I know, so close. And he had to go too far to go get that dude. If the quarterback steps up in the pocket, he is dead meat. Thomas, DeForest Buckner, too much speed, too much violence. And the violence, if you put Solomon Thomas next to Buckner with the guys who try to stop all that madness, talk about Solomon Thomas is going to eat this year if they can get this formula just right. My gosh. World Logan, what is your thoughts on Kyrie Hawkins?
Kyrie Hawkins, what position? Where is he at?
Yeah, these are. Sometimes we get names. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who Kyrie Hawkins is either.
I'd have to know him. I'd have to know him before I can say anything. I don't want to say nothing about somebody I don't know very much. I need the university's from, position. I'm sorry, I don't know him.
it seems like I was looking at somebody like Kyrie Hawkins last week. I was glancing through, and it seems to me he is a pretty good player because I think I posted him up in the app. Kyrie Hawkins, that name is, I forget which position. Yeah, hey, World Ed Logan, what position is Kyrie Hawkins? I got a feeling I was looking at him a few days ago. I took a glance at somebody. That name sounds awfully familiar.
The other one I like that might be there at number 9 is Derwin Jones. James, what is it? Is it James or
Derwin
Jones?
James. Derwin James.
I really like that kid. I mean, I pulled him up on YouTube and watched his highlights, and then I went to watch him in the draft. This kid got scholarships when he was in 9th grade, 8th grade.
Already getting ready.
Already. He has always been top-notch everything he's ever done. So he's one of them ones. It's going to be about 4 or 5 great players, I'm telling you, with the 4 quarterbacks, and then you got them 3 other special players. It's going to be 4 or 5 guys the 49ers can choose from. That number.
You're right.
So if they don't go linebacker, I'm going to be totally surprised.
And you know what? Look out for, you mentioned Derwin James. Look out also for Mrs. Fitzpatrick's baby boy, Minka. I got a feeling. He's going to sneak in there. Yeah. And Minka's already said, and Minka's already said, I'd prefer to play cornerback in the NFL. And you know, with John Lynch's eyes, that, we can accommodate, I think, that.
Side, yeah. Minka Patrick on the other? Well, what are you going to do with Sherman then?
Well, Rich has got to win that. Well, Rich is going to win that job, no doubt about it. But now you have to think of depth.
Rich just need to come off of injury reserve and give me. If he plays 75% of his plays like he did before, Rich is going to quiet all us 49er haters like me, and we will have a leg to stand on. I just have a funny feeling Rich is going to really just shut me up because I'm not a Rich fan. So
none of us were up until recently.
The dude can play football. I don't care how much I don't like him. I'm glad he's here though. I ain't gonna lie. It took a little while for me to come around, but he's here now. Don't swallow.
DeVon Hawkins is an inside linebacker. I was looking at him last week. Yeah. And from what I remember, I like what I saw. He's not considered top notch, but he was a good player. I think the rap on him was what anyway. Let's get to the next question. TNYLTH 5'10". Why in the world do you think Malik Jefferson will be there in the 3rd and Deshaun Hand in the 5th? He says there's no way.
The reason why I say that is because with them quarterbacks, there's 4 or 5 quarterbacks that's gonna mess up the first round. You still, after those 4 quarterbacks, you still gonna have Baker Mayfield and Lamar from
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson left over. So that's 2 more first rounders right there. So I think some people are gonna get knocked back. You know it, every year this person is projected in the 3rd round, and they go in the 4th or 5th. Or they projected in the 2nd round. You look up at the end of the 3rd, they get picked. Every year somebody gets knocked down. That's why I say Hand and Malik Jefferson might just get knocked out because there's so many other linebackers that's better than them that are going to be picked for them. And as much as I like Malik Jefferson, they got him picked in the late 1st round, early 2nd round. I think he's going to get knocked back and get him early in the 3rd round. I think we can get him.
Because, we're going to get some shocking players that people are going to say, hey, DeVon, we're going to get players that are going to be a surprise, and who is that? And then we see him in camp. Oh, who is that?
Why did they pick him? We didn't even know who this guy was. He'd win the 2nd round, and the NFL know-it-alls got him projected in the 5th round. It's going to be some stuff like that. It happens every year.
Every year. And Travis Merlot says, what do you think about Vita Vey and move Buckner to edge? Oh, my God.
I like them. I like them, but I don't know if they're going to be there when we pick him. See, that's
no way.
Vita
Vey, man. Well, as I say, I know, and DeVon, you probably feel the same way. What do you feel about our nose tackle right now? Last year, I expected more from, who's the guy we got in the middle? Anyway, I expected a little bit more from him than we got this year, Earl Mitchell. Earl Mitchell At the beginning of the season, Earl Mitchell was just unstoppable. And then all of a sudden, it became very stoppable. I says, Earl, you need to get up and eat more oatmeal or something, man. So, but Vita Vea, that man is not human sometimes. I see him running through people bumping off him like he's a brick wall moving.
See that could be that number 9 pick that just throws everybody away. See, I would not be stunned. It is going to be so many players, I promise you. If they get 4 quarterbacks and them other 3 guys, that's going to be 1 pick from in front of them. This guy could be standing there with 5 guys on his draft board that he could be able to pick in at number 9. So we're in a good spot to get whatever they decide, whether it's the nose tackle, linebacker, big wide receiver. We're available for all of that at number 9.
Because thing is, DeVon, we have Earl Mitchell, we got Sheldon Day, who I really do enjoy, and you got DJ Jones from last year.
Right.
Vita Vea can outplay every last one of them. Now you have to figure out where's your priority? Yeah. God, okay.
Well, see, I'm looking at it like this. My priority would be that DN guy. If I had somebody that's going to apply pressure to the quarterback. So if they went nose tackle, that would solidify the middle of it, which is going to free up Buckner and Solomon Thomas. So I don't have a problem with a nose tackle, Vita Vea, or Tremaine Edmonds, or multiple people. Or they can go with that middle linebacker from Georgia. Hey, bring them on.
Yeah.
We need all of them. Can we start doing some trades and get 3 or 4 of them guys? You know what I mean?
It would be nice to get back-to-back in the first round.
Yeah.
Steve wants to know, if you really wanted a pass rusher in the first, why not draft Landry? And he's proven he can get home. Look at 2016.
Yeah. That's another good one. See, like didn't I just say it earlier?
Yeah,
It's going to be 4 or 5 guys to pick from at number 9 that we going to flip a coin. Tremaine Edmonds and Landry, what's really the big difference? Ain't they both 6'5", 260, 270 pounds?
I think Landry's a little. You know what? They're 255. I think that. You know what? I think you're right. Is Landry 6'5"? Yeah. He's up there somewhere.
If he's 6'3", 6'4", 255. The other one's 6'5", 250. It's one versus the other. You flip a coin. You pick either one of them. You ain't gonna go wrong because they both apply pressure to the quarterback. What I'm looking for. So if you win Landry instead of Tremaine, hey, that's a good choice to me too. See, I don't have no problem.
Yeah, it's funny. And, a lot of people are calling Landry. Well, within the 49er ranks, I don't know if anybody else is, but 49er fans are calling Landry probably overrated and a bust. I said, I don't. They're thinking if Davenport has a higher ceiling, then you go at Davenport and you work with him. I said, that's all.
I really wanted Davenport, but Davenport, I'm just going on the level of competition. I think Davenport has a sky's the limit with Davenport. I don't think there's any problem with Davenport except for the fact that his competition level was a little bit lower as far as at UTSA. And I really and truly think Davenport at number 9 is not going to be a bad decision because he has the long body like old boy Smith that keeps getting in trouble that can go around that end. And you put it next to Solomon Thomas, Davenport will be a beast. I really and truly like him, but I picked Tremaine. I mean, I wanted Davenport. I had Davenport as my original guy.
Yeah.
But, I just went and seen the 19-year-old phenom that's long-armed and speedy and out of this world, and I just went with his age. I think he's going to grow in. You're looking at a guy that's going to come in and grow. He ain't even a grown man. This boy still said 19.
That's scary.
He's gonna get drafted as a 19-year-old. Are y'all understanding this? That means he's gonna grow. By the time he's 25, he'll be in the league 6 years, 5 years. He'll be a grown man then, and that's when he'll be a real beast.
He'll definitely be captain. It's all about health with him. Stay healthy. Stay in the league for a long time.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Jim Thomas wants to know, What undrafted free agent wide receiver, and I like this one, this is good. What undrafted free agent wide receiver will we pick up, as we won't be drafting number one, so mark my words, no wide receivers. Oh, I like that observation. Look what we picked up as a free agent last year. We had we had two. One didn't know how to behave, and they sent him to New York. And then we ended up finding out that hard. I mean, I love to watch Kendrick Bourne run routes. People don't give me any credit, but Kendrick Bourne runs razor sharp routes. So but that's your question, Mr. G. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, I seen a boy down here. What's his name? He plays for. I can't think of his name right now. It's a kid down here in Norman that came from like Penn State. He's a transfer senior, and no, from Kentucky. And the wide receiver runs a 4.3, 4.4 40. He's about 6'1".
Ooh.
But I don't think they even got him picked it in. He is probably going to be a free agent, and I can't get him off the top of my head. Maybe later on one of them shows I'll call you and I'll have him. He's going to be a great guy. 6'1", about 4.3 40. Catch the ball out the backfield. He's that guy that's going to be great for that end around when you run around and do that flip like a reverse with that wide receiver that comes around like they do with
Marquise Goodwin.
Marquise Goodwin. When they do that, he's going to be great for that because he has all the speed, shifty, great route running, but he just didn't have the numbers because you had so many wide receivers that they were throwing the ball to, and then he got hurt a couple of games, so his numbers went down. So he didn't get invited to the combine and that. But it's a guy down here in Norman that is great. I cannot think of that kid's name, but it's one wide receiver I want for sure.
Huh. Interesting. I always wonder how those kind of kids fall through the sifter and don't make it into the combine or the draft. Terry Lewis wants to also know, what do you think about Eli Harold taking snaps at defensive end this year? And I'm glad they're going to give him a shot at his natural position. Could Eli Harold shock everybody and make everybody shut the hell up this year finally?
If he doesn't get injured and we see a little difference in it, hey, if he's just rushing the quarterback, the problem is if he has to do anything else, I don't know.
You mean like setting the edge and stuff like that?
Yeah, like sit there. See, I don't know. I haven't seen enough out of him to where I have a lot of confidence in his play. So no, I'm not feeling it. You know, I still say go with the younger boy. You know,
Eli.
You can pay him less too. So
okay, DeVon, I want to defend Eli just for a second though. He had a bad toe one year. And he tried to play through that. He was taking shots every game, so that might have been one problem. And
that's the stuff we didn't know as fans. This guy is playing with an injury, and we wondering why come he ain't making a tackle. It's because he's in pain or medicine that wore off. See, a lot of stuff like that makes him miss that. And we need 100% out of everybody, and his injury is not letting him give 100%.
Yeah, especially a foot injury. I mean, can you imagine? You can't. It's hard to walk down the street with your foot hurting, let alone play football. And also last year they gave him an assignment. Eli was supposed to be on that Sam position, but he wasn't. It wasn't about him rushing the quarterback as much as it was they wanted him to set the edge, and they said he did a pretty good job at that. And also he was going back in coverage. He's very athletic. So, I think he was supposedly doing what he was asked. So the 49ers might figure, you know what? We had Eli Harold doing what we wanted him to do. We were satisfied with what he did. Now we're going to put him up there and see if he can rush the quarterback, give him a shot. It's only a fair thing, right? So we're going to see what happens with that. Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Sax Montgomery. Sax, thank you very much. Let's see. So anyway, that's Eli Harold. Now, like Trez always says, Trez feels like a player. Let me do the Trez. Ronbo, if a man come in to any team and play for 3 years and he ain't shown me nothing, there's the dough.
Yeah, and I'm a real believer in what you just said, Ronbo. See, that's why I didn't have a lot to say about Eli Harold, because he hasn't given me enough to where I can defend it. And it's not that I'm done with him. It's just that I want the new shiny new toy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bring in something younger, bigger, stronger, faster, and see what he's made of. Mm-hmm. And if Eli Harold beats him out, hey, Eli Harold beats him out.
There you go.
We got the young kid.
And that's fair, DeVon. You give him a shot, because we went 90. What do we get? 93 people in camp. He could be one of those guys, but you got to win that job. We're not just giving away jobs here, guys. You got to win the job.
No.
And the
52-man roster for a reason. 52-man roster for a reason. That means 40 of y'all are going home. You know what I mean?
That's a lot. God, that's a lot of. The cuts are ruthless. One day.
And a lot of people's dreams are getting shattered.
I feel so bad about that.
Make sure and I'm tired of us giving up so much defense. The reason why I'm so defensive heavy is because I want to stop some teams. With all this stuff you see going on in the Lambs area up in L.A., come on, man. They are trying to get as many players as they can to get to Jimmy G. Well, I want us to shut the offense.
I know.
If they want to go get Sue and put him next to Donald and all of that, all we need to do is shut down the offense. Sue and them ain't going to do nothing with that anyway.
Yeah. And you know what? What I love about that, Aaron Donald is the only guy I'm really concerned with because he got the right speed. Yes. Jimmy G is not going to stand back there for long. That ball's going to get out of his hands. Him and Brady got the same kind of sickness. They tease a defensive line by just finding that receiver real quick. And that's why Kyle Shanahan likes quick receivers, speedy receivers. They can get open and free, and you got a guy that gets rid of the ball like Jimmy and reads the field. That leaves the defense limp, impotent. There's nothing they can do. I'm always thinking.
I watched them videos of Jimmy G talking to the wide receivers. He said, if you just go around and you make that turn, right when you make that turn around, I'm going to hit you with the ball. And he would do exactly. So that's his precision route running, and he knows they're going to do it this way, and he throws it before they turn. When they turn, the ball is there. Hey, man, I could see this happening all year long. So I don't care what's going on in Lamb area. I don't care what's going on in Seattle. All I want to do is make San Francisco's defense better. Like the orange boy up in the White House. I want to make San Francisco's defense better.
There you go. And you know, what you just said is this. That is not defensible. If I got guys like Trent Taylor who could stop on a dime and get out of here to the left or right within a split second, there is no defender. Tyrann Mathieu got clowned so bad last year when Trent Taylor was a rookie that he got pissed off and he grabbed Trent and body slammed him on the sideline. That's frustration. If you got Marquise Goodwin, that's two guys with way too much speed. What are you going to do with the defender? Ask the Jacksonville Jaguars about their defense as they were standing back with their hand out, watching Marquise and looking around like Marquise was some kind of a bad dog that will bite you if you get too close. So I'm saying this is the kind of thing that Marquise. I mean, this is the kind of thing that Kyle Shanahan's going to exploit all day long. Jalen Ramsey does not want to play against Marquise Goodwin anytime soon. I love it.
And just think, we was running that offense in that second half of the year, and it was a condensed part of that offense. Now we got the whole wide receiver core and this quarterback with the full length of that offense book right now. It's going to change everything. And that's why I say our offense is going to be better than we think it is. And I want to solidify the defense because I think we got a great offense. With these running backs we got, you see that McKinnon kid? He hits
quick, more speed.
Takes it to the sidelines, and he's gone. That's what I want.
And if we can get Joe, and even if Joe can, we already know Matt Brady can do the same thing. Yes. And if Joe can just get it together, him too. Once they break the line of scrimmage, if you got one guy left, get out of here. He's gone. 6.
Not to beat a dog when he's down, but Carlos Hyde didn't give me that quickness that I needed, that make that one man miss. And you in the second level of the defense already, and you got one guy to beat, and you're going down the field. I want that when we at the 40-yard line, one play, we in the end zone.
Step.
37-yard run.
Take an angle.
I like Carlos. And I don't have nothing against Carlos. He just didn't take the ball to the house enough. I want to catch the ball out the backfield, make that linebacker miss. You make that running with the cornerbacks and the safeties. And never know what's going to happen.
Got another question. The Sheik wants to know, should we trade with the Pats for their 23rd and 31st first round and get who? And Sheik has a thing about Courtland Sutton. He wants Courtland Sutton so bad. I mean, Sheik loves him some Courtland Sutton.
I'm down here in Dallas. Ain't Cortland Sutton from SMU University?
Yes, he is.
Okay, well, I got one thing to say. I watch the news and I watch the sports all the time. I didn't hear about Sutton until the draft. All year long, I didn't know nothing about no Sutton, and I'm right here in this town. I have no knock against Sutton at all. I don't know the young man, but how could I live in this town? I'm a sports fanatic. I watch sports daily. I listen to sports talk radio. I didn't know who Sutton was until the NFL draft.
Cortland did not have a huge year. Here's something else about Cortland.
No.
Cortland was
and
a beast.
I think it might have been his quarterback or his team.
Yes.
There ain't no knock against Sutton just because I don't know him. But my whole point is he didn't come out until later. And now we just now finding out about it. We knew about Ridley. Is it because Alabama was on TV? No, it's because Ridley was good. So I just know somebody's gonna get Sutton, and there's a good chance it might not work out.
You know. Oh, and she goes on to say, should we trade Armstead or what? Hey, you know what? Here's what I want to say about Armstead. It's going to make that some people aren't paying any attention to. After Armstead left the lineup, we were at number 12 as far as pressures on the quarterback. Mm-hmm. When Eric left the lineup, the 49ers dropped down to 26. He's staying. Hey, Mr. G, are we trading Armstead?
No. What I want to do with Armstead is, sir, this is your last chance. You got to stay on the field as far as your injuries are concerned, and you got to make some plays.
Yeah.
We can no longer give no more excuses about injuries or whatever happened. If a coulda, woulda, shouldas. I need players that are going to make plays
and stay available.
And that is no knock against Armstead or Eli Harold. Or what's the other cornerback that kept getting burnt last year that you was killing? You was killing this dude. But I blame it on the D-line.
Dante Johnson. Dante Johnson.
I don't blame none of them guys. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because we didn't get pressure and we was out there on the field a lot, and that left room for them to get burnt.
And they did too. Hey,
all three of them guys, this is their last year because we got this new sheriff in town. He's running them out of town. Come on.
And we got two guys like that. Now, Eric Armstead may be a little underrated because a lot of what he's doing we don't see. So to say the stats dropped after Armstead left the lineup.
We don't know if he's taking on two blockers or if the scheme ran another way and he wasn't involved with that, it's a whole lot of stuff. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So, but what I do know is we're not seeing sacks and we're not getting the numbers that we expected from it. And being a number one draft pick, I got high expectations. Steve Buckner, Solomon Thomas, and your boy Eric Armstead. All three of them are number one picks. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
Jimmy Ward's in that bag too. Jimmy's got to stay healthy too. These guys, although it seems like they don't take off for that because after Eric left, Salah was saying he was starting to get it just before he left. Jimmy Ward has always gotten it, but he gets killed and he's taken off the field. And but I look at one of the best linebackers in the league last year, or not linebackers, but safeties. Kwaski T hasn't played a season for us yet. He was ranked number 3 by BNR. Yep. Oh, I said, gosh, what? And it took 3 weeks for the rest of the team to catch up with him as far as tackles. He continued to lead the team 3 weeks after he left in tackles. Oh, I didn't even know Kwaski was that busy. Hey, wow.
That's why I want some of these young guys to come in and solidify that defense. We had a whole lot of if, coulda, woulda, shouldas on the defense. Injuries played parts, scheme played parts, that being in the system long enough played parts. But I need wins. I need defensive stops. I need sacks. I need interceptions. I need big plays. And we don't have a lot of them to talk about.
Yeah. Chris Schultz, another question. Did you consider moving back in the first or up in the second in your draft? He says, I'm a huge fan of Jimmy Johnson's value drafting, and maximizing draft capital is how great teams stay good. If so, who did you consider? Hey, you know what I love about this question? Because the thing is, he mentioned somebody you don't appreciate, but Jimmy Johnson definitely had this down to a science.
Yep. down to a side. And I think your boy Lynch got that too. That's why I'm real leery about. Remember what I said? It's going to be a ton of players by the time we get to the ninth pick. Somebody back there is going to get real desperate. Like Buffalo. Buffalo has two number twos that are early, and we switch them number ones, and they give us them two number twos, just like they did with Chicago last year. I could see him doing that, and we could still get us a nice player at number one with them two number twos. We go back and flip them and get back in the first round and get two number ones, just like last year. It can be done. And Lynch is that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Imagine
he manipulated it last year.
They two number twos. It can happen. That is a scenario that is out there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. John Lynch is not going to be normal or conventional. There's nothing boring about that, man. Look out here. You're right. Look out for John Lynch. There's no telling what's going to happen.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but like I was telling you earlier, we named 5 guys at number 9 that everybody wants. Derwin James, Landry, my boy Tremaine Edmonds, Davenport. There's multiple guys. What's the linebacker from Georgia? All of them are capable of going number 9. Well, we're not the only one that think that.
I know, right? That's the scary thing. Yeah. I hate. You know what I hate the most is when we're set, all 49ers, we're all talking about the same players, and then you go over and read another team's page, and they're all thinking the same thing. It's, oh no! What was I thinking?
At that number 9, we're not in a real good spot, but we in just enough spot to where somebody might want to jump up there.
Travis Milan wants to know, we got Malcolm Smith coming back, so why not at least one corner?
I like our corners with Witherspoon and Sherman. You know, I just like our corners. I just think I think they're going to play and play well. I mean, you know, Dante Johnson was getting burned last year. I say if we get a pass rusher, Dante Johnson can play better because every once in a while, you do remember Dante Johnson did get a couple of interceptions, a couple of nice defensive plays. Only time we talked about it when he kept getting burnt. Well, he was getting burnt because he wasn't getting no pressure.
That's true.
He was getting burnt because he was out on the island by himself. And if you give a quarterback 2 or 3 extra seconds to throw the ball, of course the guy's going to be wide open. And I think with solidifying either the linebacker spot or the DN spot, that'll give Dante Johnson that couple of seconds earlier that we get to the quarterback that he can cover.
Yeah.
So I think the quarterbacks are fine.
Yeah, DeVon, the one thing about Dante, though, he was a reconverted safety. He didn't have that kind of quick twitch that you need. Those guys were exploding off the line. The reason Dante got called for holding is because the dude already quick-stepped him, and Dante grabbed him, and if you can get away with that, good. But if the officials are watching, of course, the flag's going to come down, and everybody, Dante! We just got the ball picked off, and the referee said you all the way across the field holding a man. So, you know, he needs... That's why Salah had them all playing off. That is supposed to be the reason why you do that. So you can't get quick step like Rashard Robinson did last year against we played Tyreek Hill. I felt so sorry for Rashard. Tyreek Hill was off and to the races. I mean, Tyreek Hill goes from first to fourth gear like a split second, right? Yeah. And there was Robinson. Oh Lord! And he's gone. And Alex just hit him perfect. I said, "Oh my God." Oh my God!
See, that's why I wanted Shaquem Griffin. I'm not using Shaquem Griffin as a linebacker. I'm using him like a rover. He could be more like a safety. He can cover. And if we get somebody like that boy from Kansas City, we go into Kansas City this year. You put Griffin on at 340, that guy can run with him, and he has the heart and the will to just gonna cover him like a blanket. That's one less man on the field. And then and Sherman. Come on, man, And then your boy, what's the boy, Colbert? Come on.
That's right. Tariq can run as fast as he wants to. Adrian likes to race his cousin, Marquise. I understand they have those kind of races in practice all the time. Marquise does not smoke his cousin. You know.
I'm really thinking our defense, if we stopping people, that gives us more opportunity for Jimmy G to use his magic. That gives Kyle Shanahan more time to use his magic and get the defensive guys over there some rest. And the better they are, the more energy they'll have in the fourth quarter when we need them the most.
Yep. We got Bill on the phone. Bill, I hope you got a question for our GM today because we're going to have the fan gathering later. But Bill, have you got a question
for the GM?
Yeah, because we're going to have the fan gathering after.
Is he really moving down a couple slots with the trade of the first round pick for the wide receiver? I heard something about that not too long ago.
No. That was Bill. That was the suggestion.
No, not the wide receiver. I would do the trade, but I didn't have a player I would pick. I would just get it so we can get an additional first round pick. Like they had some guy that was doing with Buffalo. Buffalo would trade with the Niners, give their 2 second round picks, plus we get their first round pick, and then we take their 2 picks. We got Buffalo's pick, then we come back in the first round and give up those 2 picks we got from Buffalo to get back in the first round, just like they did last year. I don't have a player scheme that we're going for. I'm just thinking that Lynch would have 2 first round picks again, and we could get whatever we wanted out of that. That could be offense, defense, no matter what position. I'm just going on what I think that I've seen on ESPN or NFL channel, one of them channels.
There you go.
Actually, I think that would be a genius plan, actually.
I do too, because when I seen that, I was like, wow, like you say, it's going to be 4 or 5 guys at number 9 that somebody might want, and that don't include the quarterbacks.
I think a lot of quarterbacks are going to go very quick. It's going to be a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think they're called
in the first round, in the first 8 picks that's in front of us, 4 of them are going to be quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're going to be a lot of quarterbacks going first.
Yeah, maybe 5. If it's man.
Yeah.
You know what? And your 5th is going to depend on if the Patriots can get up, and they're going to try to because the Patriots got those 2 first round picks. They'll give up those 2 first round picks. You know how Belichick is. He wants a quarterback. Tom Brady has got 2 more years left, whether he knows it or not. And he's
Can you imagine they called us and gave us, hey, we'll give you our 2 first rounds for your first round pick? You know, Lynch would jump on that so fast. I just know Lynch is a wheeler and a dealer. And I have a lot of faith in Lynch, especially after watching what happened last year. I think he can do it again 2 years in a row. He's not going to have to fleece him. They're going to come up and just give it to him. Just like the Cowboys do.
All right, Bill, good question, Bill. I'll see you a little later, okay?
All right, one more question.
Real quick.
Are you guys going to sign Dez Bryant?
I'm not. Mr. J,
I live in Dallas, bro. The guy can't win routes. I live in Dallas. I'm from Oklahoma. I watched him play college football. Dez Bryant got nice size, average speed. He drops the ball a lot like T.O. He has the same attitude as T.O. Dallas ran him out of town just like they did T.O. I'm sorry for all you people who want Dez Bryant. I am not a fan, and I live in the town. Give it a break. We don't need that in our locker room.
And Dez standing on the sideline, I'm wide open. Give me the ball.
Yeah.
Give me the ball.
And what they don't see is him cussing out the offensive coordinator because he didn't get the ball.
You know, he gets
on the news here in Dallas. It's on the news of him on the sidelines having a ranting and raving about what he can't. And I'm sorry, he is not worth the trouble. If they get him, it's going to be a mistake to me.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing about if he's going to get paid, I'm not sure who's going to pay. Was he getting 16 when he left Dallas? And that's why Jerry says, I don't think you're worth that much money anymore.
It was 12, but even when they cut him, they had to give him 8.
So
Dez Bryant left Dallas with $8 million. I don't think he's hurting for no money, bro. And hey, I like him, but I don't want him in San Francisco.
No, same here. Dez has not on this team. Dez has to go to a mature team that has lots of veterans.
Together, we're trying to build. Dez would come in and try to be a leader. We don't need him as a leader.
No. We got Sherman. We got Jimmy G's a great leader, and then you got Dez. Give me the ball. What I got to do to get the ball? And he gets to cuss out the OC one time because the OC is the head coach. So why bother? Anyway, let's Razor wants to know. He says, "Nice draft, and are you related to Cedric the Entertainer?"
I wish. No, I look like that guy that used to be on the Miller Lite commercial. That beer guy. He walked in with the cooler, and they were all in the fancy room. What is that Miller Lite guy's
I
name?
got I got to look for that now. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
through
the
Miller
Miller
Lite
Lite guy.
commercials.
He's dead now, but he used to do the Miller Lite commercial. Man, I'm round like he is. I got that guy was doing them great commercials. Yeah, but I wish I was later to say it.
You,
I
you,
might be
you,
said the entertainer.
you guys got to see it. If you guys Instagram, you got to friend up DeVon and see him with his apron on and he's barbecuing. He's holding a big pan. If I was doing a commercial for barbecue sauce, the first guy I'd call would be DeVon because he just looks like that kind of guy. He's out in the
Business, what I
backyard.
call it, Ronbo. When I fry my grill, I got that wood burning. You see that wood fire. Then I lean it toward that meat, and I had that big old brisket on there with a couple of slabs of ribs waiting on you. You better not never come to Texas.
See what I'm saying? Doesn't DeVon make you get that feeling like I've got to taste this?
Yeah, man. I got a nice rub I put on it. I let it season marinate overnight. When I put it on, I smoke it real slow. Hey, never trust a skinny cook, okay? Let's get
There
it
you go.
real.
Hey, my grandmother taught me that as a kid, and I realized she was telling the truth. If I go to a restaurant and there's no fat people, I'm leaving. No.
Oh man, no. Because I've been in the food. They're gonna make sure you got the right taste to it. I'm gonna make sure it's coming off flavored, and you're gonna be able to just separate them bones on my ribs and just get that meat out of it. It's not gonna fall apart. It's just gonna come off real smooth.
Oh, and you don't need teeth, do you?
No. Hey, you know how you get your bone to the dog? Ain't gonna be no meat left on the bone.
There was a dude in Oakland was selling ribs. I forget which store I was in, but he was running up and down the house. Meat so good, you don't need teeth. I had to go taste it. He was right. It was damn good.
Yeah.
But it was in Oakland, so I don't want to give Oakland too many props. They got good food though. Hey, let's get to Donald Johnson's question. He says, "What do you think about drafting a tight end?"
Man, we got a nice tight end set right now. Wait a minute, ain't it selling time? And what's the boy from Iowa? The one that's
George Kittle
from Norman, Oklahoma.
George Kittle from Norman, Oklahoma? All right. So you saw him close. All right.
Yeah, he's from Norman, Oklahoma, the tight end that plays for us right now. And wasn't it selling time we had last year when he was scoring a touchdown? Jimmy G was hitting him. Who was the guy? What's the other tight end's name?
George Kittle. We got Selleck, we got Kittle. You know, there's Cole Hicatini, who hasn't played any, but he just got brought up. Who is? Oh, you know why I think we don't have a third tight end except for Cole, who got hurt. But what we have is a hybrid. We've also got Juice, or as I've been saying, Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go with a. That's why I didn't go with a big running back because I think he's going to use Juszczyk, not necessarily on the inside the goal line and all that, but short yardage. But Juszczyk can catch the ball out the backfield and run up the middle. So,
that's what he does. That's what he does.
Well,
and line him up everywhere.
That big man that we kept talking about we needed. Everybody was talking about we need a big running back. No, I went with the boy from TCU because he fits the mold of what he does. He wants a boy to catch the ball out the backfield, has size and speed, can hit the hole. Hey, everything.
I still got this. I got this crush on Mike Gesicki, though. You know, I've never seen a tight end other than Vernon Davis run down the field, see a defender. Usually, a tight end's going to drop his shoulder and try to take him out. Right. Gesicki did a Vernon Davis and jumped over him. I said, "Oh, now see, God, let me write. Who is that? Give me that. Well, Gesicki, they say could go in the first or early second. So he's not going to be available. I know Kyle noticed him because he did mention him once. He mentioned Gesicki, and he also talked about Ridley. But I think Kyle's just talking, you know.
Right.
So, Chris Wall wants to know DeVon in Dallas. Oh snap! Are you going to the draft? Hey, DeVon, that's a good question. Are you going to the draft?
There's a couple of Dallas chapters down here that are actually in Arlington. Them rented out a whole bar. They got a DJ set up, and it's going to be nothing but Niner fans right there in there. And also, my son and I have went on that NFL.com draft thing and submitted to where you have an option of winning tickets. You can't buy them down here. There's so many people trying to get them. You have to randomly pick. And so my son did it now. So we both applied for 2 tickets each. So I'm trying to go. I don't think I go to the first round. I'm trying to go to the second or the third round. But if not, I'm going to the Dallas chapter. There's one in Grand Prairie or Arlington, and then there'll be one at right by the Cowboy Stadium. That's out of the Dallas chapter. That's out for the Addison Point chapter right there.
Ooh, that's gonna be a night. Yeah, hey DeVon, if you want to get it open tonight, gotta roll. You gotta go out and you gotta buy a new suit. I mean, you almost gotta buy a tux. I mean, it's just like it's like the Oscars and the Grammys, the way they show up on that red carpet, and they start zooming in on whatever people are wearing. I said, my God, this is no longer about football. This is like marketing at its best. This is a huge promo. This is like the award ceremony of the year for college kids that are coming into the pros. I mean, look at this gala affair. They're sitting at tables. I can't imagine what they're eating. I gotta believe it's lobster and steak and whatever else.
Yeah.
Weird.
Crab. They got great big shrimps. All of that.
Yeah, probably pull them out of Louisiana. Yeah.
Right.
The Sheik wants to know, who's a better fit, Evans or Roquan?
Woo. Oh, man. That's a tough one right there. Let's just go. I'll say Roquan Smith.
All right. And Donald Johnson, do you think we could draft? Oh, I forgot. DeVon, do you think we could draft a quarterback? This is Donald Johnson. Do you think we could draft quarterback in later rounds to compete with Beathard? Oh, snap! What?
Well, see, here you go. Now, you're hitting me where it hurts. I'm a CJ fan. I wanted CJ to be successful. I seen his junior year in college because his senior year he had offensive line issues. I seen his junior year in college. The kid can play. He took too many big hits, but I don't have a problem with that sixth or seventh round pick being a quarterback or even a free agency. Quarterbacks, you got to. He's gonna sit on the bench for a long time. Jimmy G ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you waste that pick.
Yeah, because Nick Mullins, apparently nobody's interested in Nick. He's going to be on the practice squad probably again this year. And the nice thing about having Nick Mullins on that practice squad, he can learn the offensive system just like the rest of the guys. So if something happens, these freak accidents of some kind, oh, God, please, I shouldn't even talk about it. But we do have three guys that are trained in a very complicated offensive system, and that's ideal.
I say just wait to get one in the free agency, and you can put them in the practice squad in preseason because, in the fourth quarter, we ain't going to have all our starters in anyway. You just use a guy for the preseason. I don't think he'll actually make the squad, maybe not even make the practice squad. We just need an arm for the preseason and the practices. So you don't have to worry about Jimmy G getting hurt.
Yeah. Who was the blonde guy last year that took Cap's number at quarterback? And didn't end up. It was Matt Barkley. Hey,
that's true.
Matt
I
Barkley
forgot about him.
Everybody did.
Barkley.
What is he working at? He must be working at Rayleigh's.
Tell him to come on back. We're gonna give him a second chance, and that's all we need. And just keep him long enough to get through preseason. Send Barkley on down the road just like we did. Cause now.
Oh, poor Matt. I didn't hear about him being picked up by anybody or anything else. He's just out of the league all of a sudden. All right.
Well, I want to throw a curveball, Ronbo. Why not bring Cap back?
You see, I understand Cap's agent says Cap will be signing. Cap is 9 days away. Yesterday I read that. Cap is 9 days away from actually getting a contract. Now, he didn't specify who. But he said he's 9 days away. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to count. As you know, I know now how many days. And actually, Eric Reed got an offer, but he didn't really appreciate going to Cincinnati. I don't know. Nobody wants to play with Pac-Man and Burfitts. So, Hey, and the Sheik also says, who's a sleeper that has the biggest upside? Oh, there you go.
The biggest upside sleeper, Shaquem Griffin with the one arm. If he don't come to our team, watch next year. I'm going to watch that kid play, and he is going to do nothing but get on the field and make plays. I don't know if he'll be a 49er, but if he's on our team or in the draft or just flat out the NFL.
DeVon, But the thing is, nobody's sleeping on Shaquem. I think
Oh.
most people know about him. Who do you think that's not being noticed that might come in and just tear up?
Man, I have no idea. Let me think for a minute.
Yeah, that would take a while. I'd have to go through and check some things out too.
I have to look at some of them draft boards, because I went and put up the top 25 at each position, and I started picking players out that I like and broke it all down. I'd have to really look at that one. I have no idea right off the top of my head.
I'll bet it's a running back, though. I'll bet it's a running back. You know why? Because all the Golden Boy running backs have been talked about to death. Mm-hmm. Watch Ronald Jones out of USC, because I think he's getting slept on just a little bit. Watch Jones come in and dominate last year like
See, somebody like him will be in the third or fourth round because they didn't pick him up early, and all these other running backs go before him, and then boom. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, you're right.
Because who knew Hunter was going to be like he was? I thought he'd be okay. And then, and how about over in New Orleans? That's that running back.
That was that number 41 kid. I didn't know who that kid was until I watched him play. I'm like, man, how did I not know this guy?
You talking about Kamara? Did Kamara go to school in the SEC? When Kamara came out and dominated, I said, who the hell is that? And the same, and Hunter, I knew about him.
Kansas City too. And don't Kansas City got a running back? Was that the one you was talking about?
Yeah, that's Hunter. In
yeah,
Kansas City.
Man. See, I didn't know who the hell that dude was either. See, yeah. It's gonna be somebody like that.
Josh Kanuski says, Josh, I hope I didn't ruin that name. Chanuski, I've seen a few mocks with Harold Landry falling into the 20s. And do you think Lynch would trade up for him if that happens? Oh, hey, you know what? Go ahead. I want to add on this, but go ahead, Mr. GM. What is your feeling on that?
See, that was the kind of thing I was saying with that Buffalo pick that the guy said on the NFL channel. They come in and get our number 9. We take their 2 number 2s, and then we pick what Buffalo picked. And then we come back in with that 2 number 2s. You can get 2 starters that way, just like they did this time. So you pick that Buffalo spot, then you come back in the late round, throw 2 number 2s at somebody who don't have number 2. That's in the late round. It will work out perfect.
Yes. And in 23, since you're down at 23 already, they've taken all the cream of the crop off already. Yep. Now you pick up Harold Landry.
Yep.
You trade that 31.
Right.
I don't know who you can give that to. You give it some 31, you give him the number 2, and 1 number 3, get back in the first round, and we get, it's too late to 23. That wouldn't be ethical. It wouldn't make any sense. Oh, that takes a lot of thought, though.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of thought.
DeMille Hunt, what's up, man? Appreciate all you do for us. Right, thanks, DeMille, man. You know, I'm just having a good time, fam. Thank you, DeMille. Let's get some more. Was that the questions? Josh was our last question. DeVon, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you gotta vote. You gotta go over to the Ronbo Sports app and go ahead and give DeVon your vote. This should be good. DeVon's a lot of fun. But I tell you, DeVon needs to own a chain of barbecue pits around the Texas area, though, with his photo out in front. I guarantee the place will fun. DeVon, you just look like he knows what he's doing.
Oh. You just got to believe in yourself, Ronbo. Hey, if you don't take yourself serious all the time, have a good time in life. I mean, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean?
There you go. You know what? We were talking about, a minute ago, we were talking about sleepers. Somebody just mentioned, James Evans out of Chicago. DeVon, do you know who James Evans is?
No, the only one I know is James Evans from Good Time. That's the only one I know. The one that was whooping JJ's ass.
I know him. Yeah, I know. DeVon, that's gonna wrap it up for us. And tell you what, guys, hey, Sheik already told everybody on the chat. Don't forget to hit that like.
Yeah, man. Like Ronbo Show. Tell your friends. We can get 49 and 24/7, 365 on the Ronbo Show. Tell your friends.
Thanks,
everybody should know Ronbo. Man, hey, I have this dream of you getting you one of them big RVs and doing your show in the parking lot and you will have a crowd around you, Ronbo, we would have a ball.
That'd be too much fun.
Man, that would.
And if you're talking about an RV, I mean, we may as well go on the road with that. Every game we play, you know what'd be funny? We'd have to have security in L.A. See, Oakland.
No, there'll be enough 49er fans around you where you ain't gonna need no security. Hey, they'll get some getting right with some of them boys I've seen in that parking lot.
Yeah, I know. This is the thing about 49er fans. That's why I always tell people, aren't you guys afraid of Oakland Raider fans? Aren't they a little bit strange? I say,
no.
You guys don't realize the Bay Area, Oakland ain't the only spot got badasses. We got some boys in San Francisco that you know.
Yeah. Try me if you want to. Come on over to San Francisco. Try me. Yeah.
Oh, but we got to have a civilized game this year, DeVon. The game with the Raiders, because, you know, they stopped us from playing preseason games because it got a little rowdy and it got a little serious. We almost, remember last time we played Oakland, it almost got crazy in a tunnel from the field to the tunnel for the players. I said, you know, man, I don't know why we can't play Oakland and act like everybody's got good sense and that we're actually evolved.
They don't.
You know, God. Anyway. All right, hey, that's DeVon. As I say, please go vote for DeVon and give those thumbs up. And we're going to see you in a little while as we jump on the weekend huddle, as I like to call it. And hey, and DeVon, I got to holler if you want to. DeVon, you got to join me, man. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. We're going to holler on out of here. 1, 2, 3. Niners! Yells!
I love your show, Ronbo. You got the best show in town, bro.
Oh, hey, DeVon, I love you too, man. I tell you, you are fun, man. I gotta